All right. Maybe that quiz was bad news for some of you, but here's some good news. I'm going to keep coming at you with a quiz basically every day. And each day, the quiz is going to have 3 things on it. It's going to have a graphing question, a substitution question, and an elimination question. And we're just going to keep going until a whole bunch of people go, okay, I can do these now. Yes? And then we'll take your best mark out of there. Yeah, we'll take the best one you do. So if it takes a few days, that's okay.
Just have to do one more thing. I can do that, right?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. If you weren't here, if you weren't paying attention, or if you're just not getting it, I'm teaching elimination like you haven't seen it, okay? And those of you who did some work last night are going to be all over this. You're going to think this is the greatest thing. Because some people find elimination the easiest of the 3 methods. Okay. Here's my first question. Do any of the coefficients on the variables match up? Yeah, they really do. This one matches every which way. The x's have the same what coefficient is it? 1. Those are both 1s. Okay. We're making progress, friends. Yes, we're making progress. We're recognizing some of the stuff now. So do not quit on me now. How about this one? Do these ones match up? Yeah. Well, what numbers are these? 1. They're all 1s. Okay. So when they match up like that, when they're both the same sign, like this one, we'd need to subtract the 2 equations. When they're opposite signs, we need to add the 2 equations. This one does both. We can do either one. What's easier, adding or subtracting? Adding for most people. I'm not saying for everybody. For most people, adding's way easier. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to write a line under it, and I'm just going to write beside it, I'm going to write the word add. Do you have to write the word add? Well, no. But you can make a mistake real easy if you don't. So writing add there helps you. Okay, we've made all those decisions. Those decisions will come. You'll get better at those decisions. But now, what's 1x plus 1 more x?
2x.
2x, yeah. Now here's a big moment in understanding elimination. Right now I'm going to circle the word elimination because right here is where you find out what elimination is all about. If you have y, 1y, and you add negative 1y, 0.
What?
0. 1 plus negative 1 is 0. That's a really big deal to know. If your negatives have been so far, that's a really big deal to know. 1 plus negative 1 is 0. So the y's eliminate.
There's no y?
There's no y.
They have been Thanos snapped.
They have been Thanos snapped out of existence. That's right. What's 3 plus 5? Shh, shh. What's 3 plus 5? Don't.
That's 8.
8. Thank you, Peter. Here's why people like elimination. After that first step, life gets a lot easier. Substitution's not always like that. Substitution often has some extra work you have to do. But there's not extra work here. 2x equals 8. What's the opposite of multiplying by 2?
Dividing.
We know that part. So I'm going to do Gwen likes when I write it like that. Divide both by 2.
4.
And then what?
1 and 4. 1x and 4. 1x. X equals 4. Box it.
Box it. This really helps your brain. It really helps to go, there, I've got x equals 4. I don't know what y is. I don't know what y is. How do I get y? So, either one. Good for you. And she wasn't even here. Somehow she knows. How do you know? She watched the video, friends. She's good. Let me write the sentence. Sub x equals 4 into, well, to keep track, I like labeling these. 1 with a little circle around it, 2 with a little circle around it to go, that's equation 1, equation 2. Why did I put little circles around them? That was never answered.
Y equals b.
Yeah, so I don't get confused with the other numbers. These are labels. Question.
Does this work for any question?
Elimination works on any question, yes. Yes. But sometimes substitution is better, even though some people find it a little more difficult. Sometimes substitution is better for a certain question. Yeah. So, which one do you like better? Do you like equation 1 better or equation 2?
1.
1. Okay, he said 1 a little faster. So, let's talk about the substitution for a minute, because if we're ever going to be able to do solve by substitution, we got to know, what are you going to do with the 4? Yeah, you place the x with 4. Yeah, 1 times 4, which is 4, plus y equals, shh, don't yawn during my lessons. It could hurt my feelings. Okay, it's adding 4 over on the left. So when I move it over, what happens to it?
Negative.
Yeah, so it becomes subtracting 4. And 3 minus 4, if it's 3 degrees out, and negative 1. Good, 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 good. You just have to practice. You can. There's a final statement here. Therefore, the point of intersection. Yeah, you could write POI. We're okay with that short form. But at least once per lesson, I write point of intersection. So everyone remembers what POI means. So you don't get confused about what POI means. Point of intersection. Okay. That was what we'll call like a level 1 elimination question. Yeah?
That's level
They can get a little bit harder than that.
Yeah, I'm cool. 4 plus y.
Did you understand it now?
Yeah.
Peter? You just worry about you. Do you have questions?
This isn't really too much of a question, but I've been waiting all day for this moment of the answer being 4.
Yeah.
So that I can see it.
Gentlemen, knock it off. Seriously. Let's not pretend I'm stupid. Okay? Let's just pretend it's not my first day on the job. Okay?
Please excuse interruption. The Rotary Exchange meeting is starting in the library in 5 minutes. Students interested in an international exchange are asked to come to the library now.
Leave the hat alone. Whose hat is it?
It's his. No one's in our class.
Let's just leave it alone now. We have to do better and not get distracted by a hat. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Second example. Do any of these coefficients match up?
Yep.
Yes, 1 does.
Do the x's match up? Well, let's cover it up. Do the x's match up? No. Do the y's match up?
Yeah.
Yes. And when we did it yesterday in class, I said go ahead and subtract the equations because someone suggested that. If that's not working out for you, there is another way to handle this. And the other way to handle it is to take, when they're the same sign like that, don't do anything with equation 1. Just leave it alone. Okay? If you're bored by that step, you should be. I did nothing to equation 1. But equation 2, I'm going to multiply it by negative 1. I'm going to take negative 1 and multiply that by equation 2. It's a very clever choice. You'll get more right answers doing it this way than the way I did it yesterday. What's happening? If I multiply 3x by negative 1, it becomes negative 3x. If I multiply 4y by negative 1, it becomes negative 4y. And if I multiply negative 6 by negative 1, it becomes positive 6. Can you see what that's accomplished? Look at them now. Positive 4y, negative 4y. You might like that better. If you liked the subtraction one I did yesterday and you want to stick with it, it's no problem. I offer this because some people get more right answers when they do it this way. Because now I can add. These are tough adds, though. Negative 6 plus negative 3.
What did you do in the second? 6 plus 9.
Here,
Negative.
I multiplied everything in that second equation by negative 1. I multiplied 3 by negative 1.
Negative 9.
I multiplied 4y by negative 1. And I multiplied negative 6 by negative 1. That way, now it was positive 4y and negative 4y. They matched up, and they were opposite signs. A little bit better. Some people will like that a little bit better. Someone was shouting out the answer there.
-9.
Yeah, I wasn't ignoring you. I could hear you. I just was trying to finish what I was saying. Now this is hard again. -24 plus 6. Not too many people doing that in their head. So what would you do?
0.
-24 plus 6? Here, let me give you an example if you want to try and do it in your head. If it's -24 degrees out, soon, and you add 6, yeah, 18. Now it's up to -18. Good. That was good. What's the opposite of multiplying by -9? Dividing. Okay. So some of these steps get very repetitive. We're doing them again and again and again. -18 divided by -9? 2. Box it. And I'm going to sub x equals 2 into, oh, he says, let's mix it up a little bit. We'll go equation 2. What's 3 times 2?
6.
Good, thank you. What's the opposite of adding 6? Minusing 6. Ooh, this is getting now with the crazy negatives again. -6 minus 6. If it's -6 degrees out, and it goes down 6 more degrees, now what's the temperature? Yeah, but negative, right? -12. And then the opposite of multiplying by 4 is divide by 4. And I'll do my short form. Therefore, the POI, the point of intersection, is, ooh, my pen is suddenly not working. Oh, now it's working. There we go. Ooh, one more. One more, and then there's how many new practice questions?
We got 6.
No, sorry.
Oh, wait, no, 12.
12.
6 on the back.
Boy, wouldn't that be fun? It was tomorrow, Thursday? Wouldn't a great homework check be great on a Thursday? I could bring treats on Friday. Oh, wouldn't that be good? You could make my whole week. Tomorrow's your opportunity to make my whole week. Ava?
On like test results, will you take marks off if you do the short form?
No. I'll be so happy to see the right answer. I might circle it and go, oh, please show this, but I wouldn't take marks off, yeah. Daniel, what's happening? No, you have to ask to go to the washroom. What?
Like on the first day of school, you said that you need to go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, we lost those privileges around here. I've been used and abused too many times in this class. Sorry. No.
Can I go?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, but I'm going to finish the note first. Example 3. Okay, here we go. I'm going to borrow the hand signal from yesterday we came up with for these ones. It actually helped somebody I was talking to earlier because I just made the hand signal and they knew what to do. Do any of the variables match up?
No.
No, nothing matches up. So, what you do in that situation. There are other choices, but if you're having trouble with these, yeah? She says something like this. Equation 1, she's going to multiply by whatever's out in front of this x. 1. So we're just multiplying that by 1. Now, in this case, multiplying by 1 does nothing. So it really doesn't change that equation at all. But if the numbers change, then you'd multiply by whatever number's down there. So then, don't yell it out. Don't yell it out. What would I multiply equation 2 by? The 2 that's up there. Yeah? This works every time. An elimination. I multiplied this equation by the coefficient that was in front of x, which was 1. Then I multiplied this equation by the coefficient of x in the other equation, which was 2. That's why she's making this hand signal. She sort of does this to go multiply the top by the bottom and the bottom by the top. That's the best way I've said it there at the end. Yeah? Because watch what happens when I multiply by 2. I get 2x plus 2y equals 4. Do the variables match up now?
Yes.
Yes. Now, okay, what's going to work here? Let's really think about this. If I add 2x and 2x, are those going to cancel?
Minus.
No, you got, yeah, only subtraction will work here. And if you liked my trick I showed in the last one, multiplying it by -1, then that's fine. That's a neat shortcut and sort of helps in those. But we can do it this way. What's 2x minus 2x? 0. There's the elimination part. We've eliminated x. 3y minus 2y. Hello?
Hi, you have Victoria Costa in class?
Yes?
Can you have Victoria come up to the main office?
Certainly. 3y minus 2y? 3 minus what? 2? 1. 5 minus 4? 1. And you can divide by 1 here, but maybe you don't need to. When it's a 1 out there, you don't really have to divide. You've already got the answer. But again, if you feel better with doing the division, that's fine. Sub y equals 1 into, okay, hold on. I really want to argue that one of these equations is way better than the other one to sub in. Yeah. Equation 2 is way better. It's just easier.
I just did one because it had more values.
Yeah, I know, but now that you look at it, can you agree equation 2 really is the easier one? Yeah. X plus 1 equals 2. What's the opposite of adding 1?
Minus.
And so what's x is 1. Therefore, the point of intersection is 1, 1. Do you have any questions?
Can we begin?
No. Because again, I'm trying to get some people off to a good start in the homework. Some people aren't even getting started. So I'm going to pick a couple of questions, which I think are the ones to start with, to get yourself rolling on this. Maybe I'll get some help from somebody who knows, who can just look at them. There might be somebody who can just look at them and go, that one. What's that? Number 1. Is this an easier one or a harder one? Why is it easier? The 4's good. I'm going to circle number 1. You should circle number 1 too and go, if I'm going to get rolling on this, I'm going to start to listen to Mr. Todd and get something done around here. Question 1's a good one to start with because they match up. Does 2 match up anywhere? No. Yes. Yeah. She said it exactly right. She said no, because the x's didn't match up, but the y's do. 2 isn't bad, friends. 2 isn't that bad. We can take a run at number 2. How about 3?
Yes.
Yeah? They match up. You're going to have to really think about that one, so I don't know. I'm going to put a question mark on it. I'm not sure. That one's a little bit trickier because of the way they match up. 4? Yeah, another nice one. You're like, oh, there's like 12 questions here. I'm like, I know, but they're not all difficult ones. 5. No, not great. 6. Trouble.
Yeah.
Blank.
Oh, I don't have the rest of them on there. You got another 6 in the back. So for now, at least, friends, try 1, 2, 3, 4 and get rolling on this thing. Yeah? This isn't going away. And if your quiz just now wasn't the greatest, there's a test coming, and it'll be that much worse. Got to do something. Don't do nothing.